thank you, and thank you the Blocky team for organizing all this. And this is amazing being able to talk about accessibility and including all these students in education. I am Roger Olivella, co-founder of Sistema THEAD. And in this talk, I'm talking about what is Sistema THEAD, what is Scratch Tactile, the impact, and what's new. Sistema THEAD is a non-profit organization based in Spain, and our mission is to empower underrepresented groups in STEM and digital areas. And we work on these 4 areas: teacher training, inclusive educational materials, programs, projects, and events, like Micro Life in Barcelona. And we are doing research and innovation. We created these 2 resources, Scratch Tactile and Diversity, and I am talking today about the first one. So what is Scratch Tactile? Okay, this is Maria, the co-founder of Sistema THEAD, when she was 8 years old. I will ask you to put your hands like a tube in front of your eyes, okay, both hands, and try to see and try to imagine your life is like this. You are going to school, walking on the streets, quite hard, no? So this was the life of Maria. She has 80% loss of vision in one eye and 50% in the other eye. So it was really hard for her, the school. Learning in the school, she has no help from teachers, from students, quite the opposite. And there were any adapted material at that time. So there's a lot of population in the world with this same or similar learning needs. And that's why in 2021, we proposed Scratch to create Scratch Tactile, and we went into their SEC program, the first cohort, and we collaborate into this program to create it. Our idea was to create creative coding resource without the screens, touching in a more social and collaborative way, but as well beautiful, because sometimes resources for blind are not beautiful, are white or black. No? So we want so that all can play together. And that's good as well for students from a lot of countries that doesn't have connection, of course. So we inspired by Scratch Jr. because we break down the language barrier as well. And we start with a small prototype, and we start testing with the students. We went to schools and with teachers from special ed, and we test with several students with different ages, different disabilities, and we realized, here you have some insights, we realized that we're helping, that we can include a lot of characteristics that can help most of the students, not only blind, but as well cognitive or motor disabilities. And our values is that this is an open design resource. You can create your own and print in 3D, laser cut, or by other means. And we focus that it's easy to do yourself. And we are creating the community that's sharing new designs. So we are aligned with UDR principles, and it's not for children with disabilities, it's for all. And you will see some examples. So about the impact, we impact this number of students. We donated more than 300 kids to schools, educators, and we have this number of users in the page, in the site, from these visits from a lot of countries. And now you can see what can you create with Scratch Tactile. Well, as I mentioned, from educators, you can create adaptations. This is Cornell Tech. They live in an island, so they made their board of the island to play in the public library. And they invent a story with a mouse, and this is in Harvard. They made giant blocks, or these are in high school students creating new designs in 3D with Tinkercad, or for example, creating add-ons with Microbit, where you can detect the position of the characters and make music or at some points. And mainly in primary and kindergarten, they are creating stories, projects, and games, the same that you can make in Scratch, based on their interests and collaboration. They can use their body, use Play-Doh and tactile elements, so are good for the ones with disabilities, but as well, all love this. And a lot of students are so many times in the screens that they love Play-Doh and they love tactile things and collaboration. And in special education as well, they value a lot to adapt very easily the activities. You can print backgrounds or make characters and adapt the stories to the interest of the students. So here you can see the diversity of ways of participating. We created these supports that you can create very fast a new character or object, and you can, as you can see, participate in different ways. That is the principles. And we sometimes do some empathy activities with the students with blindfolds or other things. And about the community, we are receiving more projects from teachers and students from diverse countries. You can find, we have now more than 30 characters. All are full, you can remix them, and the backgrounds as well. And we have now 7 languages, thanks to the volunteer collaborators. And you can find in the website starting activities, lesson plans, and fabrication guide and manufacturing guides to do it yourself. And this is the community section where you can find the activities from teachers and students, and characters where you can remix, and backgrounds where you can create your own, or you can draw by hand or print. And it's a regular paper, so you can print in your own printer. And so, what's new? The last section, and this is thanks to the Blocky support and Google.org support. Most of these news are thanks to you. We created a Makers League where high school students or educators can participate and create new characters, backgrounds, and activities and share, and they will have some prizes, little prizes for them. And then we are starting a global research. In September, we will start this international program for schools, first cohort, with 40 schools from different countries. And we received more than 250 applications. We will have travels to the site. And we will donate kits to them, make training, and make a research with 2 universities from Towson, coding schools, and Blanquerna in Barcelona to measure the outcomes and the learning impacts, and as well the new app that we are developing. About the name, we are using Scratch Tactile for the websites and open resource, but Scratch is not giving license to products, so for the product we are using only Tactile Jr. And because schools, even a lot of people is creating, schools are asking to buy it, and as well to reach our impact of reaching schools and students, we decided 2 months ago to put on sale. And now we have created this another version, tactile cards, where you can touch them with an ink that has texture, and we include these little QR codes where you can read via camera or a smartphone. And we are creating now, this year, this app that will read these codes and be able to move robots. And it will be icon-based and we hope fully accessible, thanks to Blocky and Microbit efforts as well. And well, the last news is that we are working on Diversity. It is a new expansion board for Microbit, and with the aim of being accessible as well. It's like a giant Microbit with easy to plug connectors and some features, or audio and other features to make it like to have different actuators to interact better for students with disabilities or low wages. And we will launch this on September, so stay tuned. And finally, we are open to collaborate in different ways, so you can visit me. I am here in the expo. Yeah, that's the time. So if there's any questions.